Hey everyone, for today's vlog post I'm going to share with you my trip to Kobe Springs Equestrian Centre. They posted on Facebook that they had an obstacle ring set up and I thought, hey, great idea, I will come and do a practice for Can-Am and give Mystique and Pentland their first trip off-site. So I warmed Kahleesi up outside and then I just wanted to basically bring her over and take her over some obstacles because her last competition was in Kentucky for the makeover. So Can-Am Extreme Cowboy is going to be her first competition since then. She did go down to the States with me and did some things down there, but she only used my obstacles. So I haven't been off-site doing any obstacles since that competition in October. So other than when we were at Pirelli Center, we just did a couple natural things, but nothing really like this. So I really wanted to come and just play with her and just see how she was. So you're just getting a little bit of a look at the various things that we played with. That was a tarp, it's got plastic bottles on it. They've got this thing set up with noodles and poles on the ground. And here I'm asking her to do a back through. So I just really needed a chance to practice because coming up on Friday, I go to Can-Am and I do Extreme Cowboy with her, and I do Dreamer on Saturday. Whoops, knocked over the poles there. But what I like to see about my horse is that when things like that happen, that they don't get upset. So that's really important. And then here when I asked her to do the tarp, it's got water inside the tarp and some floating yellow balls. You can see she wasn't too convinced that we should do that right away, but with a little bit of urging and asking her to try, she was okay to do that. So this is just fast forwarding to after I've gone through everything. Now she's more confident, so we're practicing cantering between the obstacles and just having some fun. Moving her around, just asking her to go quickly between them, slow down for each obstacle, and then depart quickly after that. When you ride like this, it can help the horse find relaxation and calmness at each obstacle because they realize between the obstacles is work, and the obstacles are actually slower and calmer and more relaxing, and it can help them find their relaxation with that. So this was the reason why I brought her. There she jumped the ball. I wasn't actually asking her to jump the ball. I wanted her to kick it, but voila, that happened. So she came to practice for Can-Am, and then this is Mystique, and this is her first time doing anything off-site, and this is the look at the footage from the very first time being asked to do these obstacles. I did a very little bit of groundwork with her first just to get her a little bit connected to me doing the ABCs, and then went right into doing some obstacles. So I haven't let her sniff these first. This is just asking her to try for the first time, and she's very willing to do these ones here, not fazed by them whatsoever, which is really great to see. And I am planning to bring Mystique and Pentland to Can-Am for the breed show, or it's in the breed ring, sorry. So on Friday I'm going to do Kahleesi and Dreamer for my demo, and on Saturday Mystique and Kahleesi, and then Sunday Pentland and Kahleesi, or Soar as you might know her. So I wanted them to have their first off-property experience without a whole bunch of people watching, so that way if they needed a lot of time to get relaxed, that they could. Not so much of a big surprise here at how amazing she's been, because I have done a lot of work getting her connected to me. And here she struggled with the car wash. She didn't think that was a whole lot of fun to do. You can see she kicked out at me there for asking her to try. She is a bit of a sassy girl like that. If she doesn't like that I'm asking her to go to her threshold, she will kick out at me or sometimes even rear up. But what I want you to notice is that I don't get upset with her. I basically just wait on her. So she's learning that, you know, there's no need to get feisty like that because I'm just extremely patient with her. And I'm willing to give her the time it takes to get relaxed and for her to think her way through. So all I do is simply point her nose in the right direction, ask her to try, and then when she tries, I leave her alone. And that's looking at the end of playing with this obstacle here where you're seeing her going through much more confidently. So she went through so nicely, so I can move on to the next one. She wasn't a big fan of this tarp with water, so all I'm doing here is just asking her to sniff it. She's getting pretty upset with that. So I'm just correcting her there to say, don't go over that way. And then I'm going to try to catch her nose here and say, hey, could you just look at it for me? And she goes, "Oh, you want me to look at it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want you to look at it." And so I'm just trying to be really consistent with her of, you don't have to put your feet in it. I just want you to, try and just think about it. And you can see she's a very busy horse. She's very active with her feet. And when you see Pentland come out, you'll see that he reacts very differently. So I spent some time working with her at this, just being really consistent and saying, can you sniff at it? Can you look at it? And fast forward a little bit, now you can see she's walking through it nice and calmly. And then I'm rewarding and praising her there for that. And sorry guys, this vlog is going to be a little bit longer just because I've got the 3 horses here that I'm preparing for Can-Am. I wanted to give you a little bit of a look of the before and after footage. And what was interesting about Mystique is because we did the tarp with water first, when we got to the tarp with the plastic bottles, she was like, yeah, whatever, piece of cake. So you can see she just walked over really, really easily there. And so I send her back the other way. So I always make sure I can do things from both sides. She tripped on the wood there a little bit, but she was really good. So here's a look at Pentland. Totally different horse. Very different personality than Mystique. He's my sweet, calm, gentleman fella that's just an absolute sweetheart. And he's a lot less busy. So I slow things down a lot more for him and take things a lot slower. But same idea in terms of if my horse has something and they're relaxed, then I'll go ahead and move on. And with both of the horses, I started with the easy obstacles first, asking them to try those things. You can see him doing the jumps there. Not the same energy level that Mystique gives me. He's a lot slower and not as athletic in his movement, although I'm not really asking him to jump either. It's just not in his nature to offer that. So asking him to go through here, he gave it a little bit of a look, but he was a very good boy and trusted me through there. And even though I have some similar obstacles to these types of things at home, I haven't actually had a chance to do any of them yet because in the wintertime our obstacle ring was kind of off off boundaries just because it was outside, and then I was away for so long, and then when I got back, the footing hasn't been great. It's been raining a lot, so any exercise or work I have been doing has been in the sand ring, and I just haven't put a priority on doing the obstacles yet. I was just doing other types of groundwork and building my ABCs. So this is a pretty fresh look at these things for them. And so I'm not even sure that I had even asked Mystique or Pentland to cross a tarp before. I don't think that's come up in their training yet. So this was just completely new. And my goal for this was really just for them to have a relaxing experience and to realize that we could come out and have a partnership and that I would be patient with them and take things easy with them and that we could just explore these different things together. So I didn't actually ride either Mystique or Pentland for these experiences. I really just wanted to set it up for, can you follow my focus? Can you follow my feel? Can you figure out that I want you to do these things calm and relaxed? And I didn't make it a priority to ride. I just wanted to make the priority the partnership and just let my horses show me what they were ready for. So this is fast forwarding towards the end of Pentland's session, so you can see he's a lot more relaxed. He's going through the water nicely. His headset's really relaxed. And that was really my goal, was just to keep everything just happy for them, have a really good off-property experience, really calm, looking like I could ride them if I wanted to, but I just didn't put the emphasis on that. And then I'm hoping that when we go to Can-Am, they'll remember this great experience and happy opportunity, and everything will be not so stressful for them over there. So just really trying to set up these first off-property experiences where they don't feel pressured, where we can take our time to do what we need to do, and they can learn that really all I'm asking them to do is just try their best. And I'm not forcing them through anything, not rushing them through anything, just asking, can you try for me and can you be a thinking horse? So you can see they're doing really well, and I'm happy coming back from being away for 5 weeks after the filming to playing with my OTTBs again has been lots of fun, and they're doing so well. So I hope I will see you guys at Can-Am this weekend. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.